My name is Edward V. Cruz. I'm from Ordot-Chalan Pago. I'm running for mayor as a Democrat. I'm #1 on the ballot. My work history, 17 years, Department of Education, one-to-one, on-co-sub, and regular schooling, the last 10. My family's a Anonas family, a white family, and we've been here for the longest time, more than I can remember. And the reason why I'm running for mayor, because I'm committed to my community, committed to the families in my community and everybody else that's living and residing in this community.
So Hafaday, my name is Mayor Jesse Gogui, and I'm running for re-election for the district of Chalan Pago as the mayor of our district. This will be my third, if re-elected, this will be my third term in office, and I look forward to serving this community if it's the desire of the community to be re-elected.
My name is Adolfo Borja Palacios, and I'm a candidate for mayor for the district of Ordot-Chalan Pago. Actually, I was born and raised in Saipan, and I came here in 1960 to attend the University of Guam. At that time, it was named the College of Guam. And then I got married to someone from Agat, and I stayed in Agat. After 4 children, we moved to Ordot, where I stay now in 161D Naki Street. And that's a lot across the gas station, right now, the Shell gas station. And since 1969 to this date, I was still living there.
Today, my name is Willie Brennan. I'm from the village of Chalan Pago, Ordot. I'm running for the mayor position in the municipality of Chalan Pago, Ordot. Obviously, I grew up in this village and this street. Lived here since 1963. I went to school at the Ordot-Chalan Pago Elementary School. Then going to the junior high level. It wasn't middle school back then, it was junior high. George Washington Junior High. And moving on from there to George Washington Senior High, where I graduated from high school, George Washington Senior High. So these streets are special to me. I grew up on these streets. I grew up here, these neighborhoods. I know practically everybody within this neighborhood.
One of the main priorities is people that have not been taken care of from previous administrations of our community. Not only that, but I really want to open this community center for the Manamkus that have taken care of us when we were young. Now it's our turn to take care of them and the children growing up now. Let's teach them some more respect and to respect each other, whether they're older or younger. And hopefully we can have a better community together.
Since 2011, one of the major projects we've been undertaking, utilizing our village funds, utilizing our appropriated funds that's given to the villages, we've been setting aside about 30 grand a year to harden roads throughout the village. And when I say hardening roads, what we've been doing is we've been purchasing recycled asphalt or milled asphalt from, in this case, Hawaiian Rock, and also renting some of their equipment, bringing it out to our graveled roads and actually laying down that milling material, recycling it in essence, and to harden our roads. And what that does, or what that's done in our community, it's actually turned these graveled roads that are constant problems because they wash out, potholes, et cetera, and actually puts a surface on them that's much better than the gravel that we've been getting from or the limestone that we've been getting from Public Works Quarry, and hardening it to the point where it's almost like driving across asphalt.
I learned when I was a senator that nothing can happen without legislation. And I feel that of course, with my so-called connection or my friendship with some of the sitting senators right now, 10 of whom I worked with at one time or another as a senator, I know that they will be receptive when I go down, not because I'm a favorite, but they already know me. And we have established rapport and trust. So when I come knocking for the needs of the people of Ordot-Chalan Pago, I think I will receive good reception.
I'm great at neighborhood patrol. I'm a retired police officer. I know what it's going to take to implement a really good working neighborhood patrol program. And it starts with the community involvement. And not necessarily you're out there being a police officer, because as a police officer, I will be the first to tell you, the number one asset that we have in gathering information to solve a crime or preventing a crime is using the intelligence we can get in the streets. And when I say intelligence, I mean we need the community to be our eyes and ears.
Man, there's a lot of issues in our village, and hopefully I can attend to them. The smaller ones, the quicker ones, the better. And once I'm done with that, then hopefully the turnaround from those people that I helped in our community can help me with the bigger issues, the bigger problems in our community. And hopefully likewise, in other communities, other villages, we can help each other and make better communities together for our island of Guam. One island, but we can do this, Guam.
One of the things that we have right now is we submitted a grant application to actually construct a gym, a fully concrete gymnasium in our village. And the grant application's with GURA, and we're hoping that it will receive favorable consideration and hopefully get approved. Because typically when agencies or organizations go out and seek grant funding, there's normally some what we call matching requirements involved. In fact, we've spent the last 3.5 years setting aside monies that we've been getting from the Guam Solid Waste Authority as part of the tipping fee that they collect, and that actually is divided between our district and Inarahan, which equates to about $150,000 a year, and that we've set aside $500,000 so that we could actually go in and say, not only are we asking for a grant from GURA, we're willing to match it with the $500,000 that we have in our accounts.
Now I feel that the residents of Ordot-Chalan Pago can get more help by being available, by knowing your way around. I know the procedures of each and every agency. And I will go out, of course, and help people complete forms. You know how complicated those forms are? The Social Security form, the food stamp form, and the GURA. Come to my office. I will have somebody there on a full-time basis filling out the form. I'm gonna make sure that it's filled out. I'll make sure it's filled out, and you qualify if you can qualify. And I'll go out there and find out benefits and services for the people of Ordot-Chalan Pago, actually for the people of Guam, but in this case for the people of Ordot-Chalan Pago. I want to make sure that you apply for that. Don't not want it. Let the people in the office say you're not qualified. So there'll be awareness of those things, of benefits, of what you can do. All the Governor of Guam forms will be in my office if I were mayor. We'll fill it out for you. We'll fill it out. All you do is just sign it and turn it in.
I want to get people out in their yards more to have a little, real fun kind of competitive thing, and we will reward them with little prizes quarterly or semi-annually, whatever. But in doing that, in beautifying the village, it also puts people in the streets. And that ties in hand with the neighborhood watch. So what better way to bring the neighborhood watch than to bring our village up to a nicer level, a prettier level than what it is right now? Because there's people waiting and wanting to get involved, but they don't have the right kind of direction and what direction they should be going. And I'm hoping to bring that to the mayor position.
My third priority is hopefully, even when I'm not here, the things I put in place, it'll be transparent for people to see what's going on in the mayor's office and anywhere else in our community. And for whoever's next mayor, I'm not planning to retire here. I'm planning to just help my community do better for its own people. And whoever comes in next, hey, it can work for them and they don't have to sweat as much as I know I'm going to if I do make it. God bless everyone. That's all I can say at this moment.
I'm trying to consolidate our resources because I have a community center and a baseball field and basketball court and a tennis court in Chalan Pago, and the mayor's office sits here on its lonesome, in front of Agatha Johnson's middle school. Our goal is to move the mayor's office and consolidate our facilities and hopefully turn this area into a senior citizen center, which is one of the other major goals that we're currently pursuing.
I want to dedicate one position, and I did this with the Senate. One position, entry-level position. If you're waiting for a job to be called, but you're out of job, come, I'll employ you for 3 months. On the condition, only for 3 months. Officer will answer the phone. But you will help while you're waiting for that call or while you're applying. This position, I rotate. Specifically, like I said, I'll dedicate one position, which I did, and you can ask anybody when I was the legislature. I'll also open an account, $200 every payday, and it's here. From my salary as a mayor into this account, personal, but it's a shared account. Even though I'll sign the check, but I will not control the check, and I'll not control the record in the books, so that there can be no question about I tamper with it.
I think I have solutions, and because I've been approached by a few village community leaders that said, hey, we need somebody that has the patience and has the drive that you have in sports, that you had in the police department, because I was very successful in the police department, to try to be our mayor, run for office, and with our support, we get you elected. We know that you do the things that are important, that were important to you, both as a police officer, as a coach for a baseball player, and just as a village leader. You know, people recognize you and remember you for everything that you do. And so it was hard for me, very hard for me to turn them down. And because of that, I said, okay, but I'm not gonna do it alone. You need to help me. And so I got a pretty strong group behind me, not to mention my family. I got a very good support group, my family, and they're very supportive. But it's gonna take a team effort, and I'm very excited. I get a lot of energy. Every day I wake up, I feed off what I learned that day, and I speak to people. Not a day goes by where I don't speak to somebody that's a voter from Chalan Pago or a non-voter. And they give me a lot of ideas, and they give me energy. So hopefully that transcends into me being elected, and I can put everything in play.
The people of Ordot and Chalan Pago, Ta'i, Pago Bay, Mai, Conga, Santa Cruz, Salenco, Fama, Darrow Drive, Darrow Road, Jot Sablan Road, all the people here in Chalan Pago and Ordot, even the families, if you can please register. Remember, your vote is your voice, and you don't necessarily have to vote for me. Vote for the one who you believe is going to help our community. And together, I bet you we're going to be a better community.
I have been the mayor of this village for over 7 years now, and I like to think that over the last 7 years we have proven to be a reliable office that you can call upon, and that responds to the request that you've levied upon our office. Now, not everything gets fulfilled, and there's always a reason behind it. But we don't take any we've never taken any requests for granted, and we'd like to continue to respond to the needs of this community by serving you by me serving you as our mayor, as the mayor of this district, and more importantly, by maintaining the staff that's been servicing you for the same amount of time. We haven't had a lot of turnovers, so that should say something about the synergy that exists within this office, and more importantly, in support of this community.
I like to help people because I was there, and I know how it feels when you get help from someone. I know how it feels. You're so grateful for that, and you don't forget. And I love doing that. All these things are possible. Just give me the authority, and as a mayor, I can do that. I can improve the community service and those things. And I like doing those things. I just hope that I get back in to be able to do that.
I guess for me, the biggest thing is if you really want the village to get back to the level it was many years ago, when I was a child, when I was a teenager, then I think you really need to look and see who is the best person that can lead you that way and point you in that direction. I've been there. I know what it's like. I'm a product of the former commissioners of the village, Commissioner San Nicolas, Mayor Uggan, Mayor Borja. I know what was important to them, and they kind of took me under their wings to help them, and it was very successful. I can't see why we can't go back to those days again and include the community.